Today on the Sartorial Chef, it is all about salads as we cater to those picky eaters. I'm kicking things off with my kale chips with roasted garlic and parmesan. Then it's a strawberry and feta salad with balsamic vinaigrette. Next, we move on to my ranch chicken salad. I'm serving it on bagels. After that, I'm updating the classic wedge salad and serving it with a blue cheese bacon dressing. And last but not least, it is my tropical fruit salad. So why don't you pull up a chair and dine with me?
Welcome back to the Sartorial Kitchen, everybody. Today is all about salads. Now, I feel like salad gets a bad rap. You hear that word salad and automatically you're like, those picky eaters out there. Well, I'm going to change your tune. I'm going to show you some fun dishes that are technically considered a salad, and they're going to be delicious and you're going to love it. So we're starting with my kale chips. I've just got about a half pound of kale here, and I'm just giving it a chop down the middle. We don't want these stems. They're not really good for the chips. What I love about kale chips is you get that texture like you're eating a potato chip, but the kale is so much better for you. And I'm just going to place that on my baking rack here. And you might need to break some of these up depending on how big they are. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to drizzle some olive oil on these. A nice generous helping of olive oil. This is going to help it get nice and crispy and keep it from just kind of burning and wilting. And I'm going to do a pinch of salt, about a half teaspoon of pepper. I have also got my minced garlic here. You know me. I'm going to do about half a teaspoon of the minced garlic. And then I've got some Parmesan as well, and just a generous sprinkling all over the kale. That's pretty good. And then just come in here with some clean hands and give it a good toss. Make sure you get all those ingredients nice and worked into that kale. That's another reason I use the olive oil, because it helps the garlic and the Parmesan and everything to stick to the kale. Okay, that is pretty good. Just rinse my hands off real quick. And these are ready to go in the oven. I've got it preheated to 350 degrees. They're going to bake for about 10 to 12 minutes. And while those cook off, we're going to move on to our next salad. Alright, we are back. My kale chips are cooking off. We're moving on to my strawberry and feta salad. And when I'm doing salads, a lot of times I like to do my dressing first. So I've got some balsamic vinegar here. I'm just going to do about a couple tablespoons of the balsamic. You don't need a whole lot. I also want a few dashes of salt. The feta is a little salty, so you don't need a whole lot of salt. Some pepper here. About a half teaspoon of pepper. A little sugar. Couple tablespoons of sugar. It's equal parts sugar and balsamic. I like the balsamic because it gives it a nice little acidic kick. And then you've got the sugar that gives you some sweetness. And it's complements the strawberries nicely. It's also great with the feta. Little salad oil here. Just a smidge. I like that with the feta. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to come in here and do our strawberries. I'm just going to cut the tops off and then come in. I think I'm just going to quarter these. Some of these bigger pieces you can cut however you like. One container of feta here. This is just feta crumbles. You can get the block if you want and cut it into little cubes. That's fine. I like both, so either way. And okay, that's in. Let me get rid of my whisk. Alright, I've also got some fresh mint here. I'm just going to give that a rough chop, just kind of back and forth. I like the mint because it adds a little freshness. Sometimes it's fun in salads, and it goes well with the balsamic as well. Okay, just a rough chop on that. I'm going to throw that right in. Alright, get rid of this. And then we'll come in here with my spoon and we'll just fold this together. I don't want to stir it too hard because that feta is going to break down. It's already kind of crumbling. So I'm just going to kind of come in with my spoon and fold it. And I just love the strawberries and the feta really pick up the flavors of that balsamic nicely. And you don't need a whole lot of dressing. You don't want to overdress it. You don't want it like syrupy. But I think that looks pretty good. Or you can kind of just drizzle it over top. But I kind of like to incorporate it all together like that. This is a great like summer salad. It's a nice little side dish. Okay, let's give it a little taste, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna come in here, try and get everything on one bite. Nice strawberry, nice piece of feta. Guys, that's so good. You get a little. The strawberries are sweet. You get a nice punch of salt from the feta. The balsamic, it just kind of, it's a nice little acidity. It kind of enhances the flavor of the strawberry a little bit, cuts through some of that sweetness. And then the mint, you just get a little freshness from the mint. So good. Absolutely delicious, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, next we are going to move on to our chicken salad. Stay tuned. Alright, chicken salad time. Now I did a Hawaiian chicken salad a while back, but this one's a little different. It's more of a puree of sorts, or like a pate. And it's really simple to make, and it's absolutely delicious. You're gonna love it. Okay, so I've got a package of chicken here. This is just pre-cooked. It's roasted chicken, diced. You can cook your own chicken if you want. You can even use canned chicken, because by the time you add everything, you're really not going to know the difference. It's just a little air's a little on the sodium side, so you want to be mindful of that. But this is one package of chicken, half a block of cream cheese, half a container of ricotta cheese, and that's just the rest of this container. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, then 2 to our seasonings. A little salt, about a teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of pepper. About a teaspoon of garlic powder. And a couple tablespoons of ranch seasoning. I know that sounds like a lot, but you really need it, because this is a ranch chicken salad. Okay, that is all of our ingredients. So just pop our lid on and give it a nice little pulse. Nice. I don't want it too fine. I don't want it like you know, real smooth. I want it to have a little texture to it still. So I'm going to stop it just a little shy of all the way. And you just want to make sure all the cheese is incorporated here. I'm just going to give it a little stir. I think that looks pretty good. Let's give it a little taste here before we move on. Ah, yum. So, this is another great kind of like side. You can just put it in a little bowl with some crackers, even set it out with some fruit. It makes, or vegetables, sorry, makes a good vegetable dip. It's a good late night snack. Protein is great as a snack. So if you're ever jonesing for something to eat late at night, right here. Now, I like to make a little sandwich. I've got a bagel thin here. I'm just going to take some of this and I'm going to spread it right on, right onto my little bagel here. And what's nice, it's so spreadable. It spreads just like cream cheese. You have all those wonderful flavors in there. Get a nice generous helping of that. I'm just want to show you what we're looking like here before I lit it up. Nice. You see all the little specks of the different seasonings in there. I'm just going to come in and give it a big old taste here. A napkin might be handy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, so it's so creamy. The cream cheese and the ricotta, they just melt in your mouth. The chicken isn't completely pulverized, so you still get a little texture from the chicken. The garlic and the ranch seasoning just really take it to a whole nother level. And the bagel provides a perfect vehicle. Alright, so that is 3 salads down. We're going to pop my kale chips out of the oven, and then I have one more salad to show you guys, so stay tuned. Okay, time to check on our kale chips. And set the timer off on that. Oh, yum. I wish you guys were here so you could smell this. So what I like about baking it in the oven versus frying it is you maintain that bright green color. You just get a little crispiness here on the edges, and you can hear that, yeah, nice and crisp. I'm going to give it a little taste here. This makes a great side. You can just put it in the little bowl, serve it as is. I like to bag it up, and then I have it to snack on throughout the week. I'm just going to come in here. So good. It's nice and crisp. Again, like I said, you just get that texture as you would like potato chip, garlic and Parmesan. You can't go wrong with that. A little olive oil, salt and pepper. What else do you need? So I have one more salad trick up my sleeve, so stay tuned. Okay, on to our last salad. Now, I bet you guys were thinking you were going to get out of not having to eat any lettuce. Well, sorry about your luck. Now, I know some people are weird about lettuce. You know, the picky eaters. So I come up with a fun way to eat lettuce. But first, it is our dressing. It is a bacon blue cheese dressing. This dressing is so simple, you guys, and so delicious. So it's just a container of blue cheese. I have a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar here. I like the apple cider vinegar. The vinegar kind of cuts through the fatness of the cheese, and you get a little sweetness as well. And then I've got some bacon here that I have chopped up and rendered down in my toaster oven. And I'm just going to pour about, not quite all of this in. I want to save a little to garnish the top of the dressing with when it comes out. But I'm going to pour most of this in, and I want the grease and everything, because that's really going to add a lot of nice flavor to our dressing. And then, of course, salt and pepper. The bacon's a little salty itself, so you only need about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of pepper. And make sure you get all that bacon down in there. Good. And just throw it on and give it a pulse. You can puree this if you want to a nice smooth dressing, or you can leave it kind of chunky. I like it a little on the chunky side. I think that makes it fun. And just come in here and get it nice puree. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. It's nice and creamy, but you still have the texture of the bacon and some of that crumble of the cheese in there. I'm going to take this guy off and get a nice little bowl. Alright, I've got a bowl and a plate here. I'm just going to pour this guy out right into the bowl. Just come in here with your spoon. Make sure we get all of that delicious dressing out. This also makes a good dip. I know I mentioned the chicken salad earlier. Veggie dip. Crackers, pita chips, anything like that. It's great for wings. But I am going to show you a fun little idea I came up with to get those picky eaters to eat their lettuce. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alright, now we saved some of that bacon from earlier. I'm just going to take some and kind of sprinkle it on top. That way you still get some real crispiness from that bacon. And it's also a fun little way to let people know what's in your dish. And lastly, our lettuce. Alright, I've got just a head of lettuce here. You might want to pick at the outside. Sometimes you get a few brown pieces. That's no fun. Okay, that's pretty good. And I need a knife. Okay. So here's one of my first tricks with the lettuce. To cut around this core, just give it a good slam down on the counter. And this core should pop right out, and you'll get all that little unedible part with it. And then we're going to turn the lettuce upwards. And I'm going to cut it into little wedges. So it's almost going to be like a wedge salad, but I want smaller pieces because I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. This is going to be so much fun. So my idea was, kids especially, picky eaters, they love to eat with their hands, right? They love like nuggets and fries and like little things they can dip. So why not cut the lettuce into small little wedges? They can dip it into the dressing and they can go to town. They can pull off little pieces and dip it in. So I feel like you set a whole entire giant salad in front of them. It's a little intimidating, and they don't, And And then what you can do, you can take the little wedges here and just kind of lay them around the plate. And then this is also a fun little like party food idea. You can just kind of lay this out and let your guests help themselves. I don't need this whole head of lettuce. I'm going to save some for my lunches during the week. Okay, we are ready to go. And doesn't this look delicious? Just look at that with the bacon and everything. A nice little appetizing salad. You can come in here with your lettuce and just dip it right into the dressing and go in and give it a nice bite. So good. See, I like the crispness of the lettuce. It's just nice and fresh. The dressing though, you get that sweetness from the apple cider vinegar. You get that salty bitterness from the blue cheese. And then the bacon just gives it a nice, luscious, kind of creamy note. And then the crispiness from the bacon on top. Absolutely delicious. This is a dish that I think is going to get your picky eaters changing their tune. Alright, welcome back everybody. Last but not least, it is my tropical fruit salad. I thought, why not something sweet and something fun to whet the appetite of our picky eaters. So we're going to start with my dressing first. And I've got some agave here. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of that. Couple teaspoons. You can just kind of eyeball it. We don't need to be exact here. And I've got some lime juice here. I'm also going to do about 2 teaspoons of the lime juice. Equal parts. A little salt, just to kind of cut through the sweetness and bring out the natural sugars of our fruit. So about a half teaspoon of that. And I'm just going to give it a little whisk. The agave can be a little sticky, but I feel like the lime juice kind of helps it out. And what I like about the lime juice also, it's going to keep our fruit looking fresh. It also kind of breaks down that fruit a little bit, lets it get nice and tender. And then the agave, of course, enhances the sweetness of that fruit. Okay, so there's that. Now to this, I have a package of pineapple. You can buy a fresh one if you want and cut it up, that's fine. I knew I wasn't going to use all of that, so I just picked up a package from the grocer. It's already diced. I'm just going to drop that in. I've also got here some mango, sorry. So we're going to slice that up. The mango, I just kind of like to go along the middle here and then just kind of twist it open. And if you're good, you can get one side to pull out completely. And then I just kind of come in here with my knife and run it around, almost like an avocado. And just come in here and scoop that out. And this mango is good and ripe. It is nice and juicy, ladies and gentlemen. And the mango seed, it's pretty big, so you can kind of tell where it begins and ends. And just run your knife along that. Okay, that's good. And then I'm just going to chop this up. Nice little cubes. Similar to a size of the pieces of pineapple. And that's just going to go right in here. Okay, I also have a plantain. Plantain, similar to a banana, it's a little more firm. So I like using it because it holds up nicely to salads and things like that, you can mix it up and you have to worry about it kind of turning to mush. Okay, pull this guy out. And what's also different about the plantain, bananas, you'll know, like, they start to turn yellow when they're ripe. They go from green to yellow. Plantains go, start to turn darker on the outside. And, yeah, if you look at it from the interior, you would swear it's a banana, but it's not. Similar in taste, I feel like it's a little sweeter than a banana. They're nice. You can do so many things with them. You can fry them. You can kind of mash them up. All kinds of different things you can do. Okay, and that's going to go in. Alright, and lastly, I've got some kiwi here. And I'm just going to slide down here on the kiwi. We want to get rid of that hairy exterior. It's not edible. And I just, I wanted this salad to be nice and colorful. Everything I've got in there so far is kind of in the yellow hue. So I wanted something with a nice pop of color. I also like kiwi. It's got kind of those seeds in it, so you get a nice, different kind of texture. And these fruits, I know they're gonna be easy to cut the same. Anytime you're doing salads, you're working with fruits, vegetables, you want everything to be the same size so it eats the same. And if you're cooking things, it cooks the same. So I like to try and stay with similar things. Okay, that is our kiwi. Does not get any easier than that, ladies and gentlemen. Just 4 fresh fruits. And then I'm just going to give this a toss. I want everything to be incorporated in that dressing. We get all those wonderful flavors. And for good measure, I'm just going to do another sprinkle of salt on top. I know you're thinking, why salt with fruit? But it brings out the natural juices of the fruit. So you get a nice sweetness from that. Okay. Now how does that look? Yum, right? Alright, let's give it a taste. Got a fork here. Now sometimes I'll just set this in a bowl and I'll serve it as is. Or sometimes for fun I like to skewer them. Make little fruit kebabs and then you can drizzle the dressing on top. That's fun too. But I'm just going to go ahead and give this a little taste here. I'm going to come in here and get all of those delicious fruits. Let's see, got pineapple. Yes. Bon appetit. Yum. Nothing like biting into a nice, juicy, fresh piece of fruit. You get a little tartness from that lime juice. I love citrus. The agave, nice and sweet, and just a hint of that salt, just to kind of round everything together. So good. Okay, so that was a tour of salads. I thank you for dining with me. As always, like and subscribe at the bottom. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and until next time, bon appetit.